On March 11th, 2019, Path of Exile announced a new stash tab to be added, the Unique tab. This allows you to store and showcase one copy of every Unique in-game. When I read that, I knew what I had to do. I've set off to obtain every Unique in-game in the solo self-found game mode, filling the Unique stash tab completely. This shit will take a long ass time and won't be easy, but I'm always down for a grind. I'm Lighty, and this is All for One. Hey guys, I'm Lighty, and welcome to episode 92 of All for One, the quest for Unique completion. I'm just hanging out on the beach, reading the Dominus Times, trying to keep up with the current events in Rayclast. But the current events this week are some nice progress and nice updates on my situation. We're going to showcase a new Unique we received, progress into the end of the Atlas, some harvest bosses, just a bunch of cool things all around. And at the end of the episode, we're going to outline our generic plan for finishing the Atlas, progressing through the Echoes expansion, and what areas we're target farming and why. I hope you guys enjoy the episode, and I will see you, well, I'm going to go back to reading. I'll see you eventually. How did this happen? I have the 2 link, the 3 link, and the 5 link. I don't have the 4 link recipe? What the fuck happened here? How'd that happen? 2, 3, 5. I don't have the 4 link one. Well, it doesn't start cycling instantly. I think I'll be a little bit okay, but it's the instant cycling that kills you. Oh, Jesus, it's so quick. The reaction time's like instant, bro. I could just walk past it, I guess. Okay, never mind. I have no movement skill. My golems have PK'd me. It's a countdown to my own death. 10, 11, 12, it's going. 5, 4, escape the pain. Oh, the stuns are killing me. I gotta kill this rare. I'm just gonna die, I think. I might just be dead here. Oh, I should be dead. Yep. God, that's brutal. It'd be a lot easier if I did have my Blade Vortex, my Val Blade Vortex. Oh my God, how many were there? It looked like 4, but after it looked like, I think there was like 20 stacked up at the door. They're just a little fucking pile. It did not go Val. Went +1 gems to some shitty level, but yeah. Yeah, baby. Took me a second to realize what the fuck I was looking at. I was like, huh, that looks new. 2 out of 5! 2 out of 5. Oh man, this is the league for sure. It's gonna happen. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. They're all super common. Okay, every single replica unique is just super common. Not replica, I can't speak. Ritual. They're all super common from everyone I've known has received all of them. It's just happening. It's going to happen in this league. It's just going to happen in this league. So good. Oh, man. I can feel it in my plums. In my plums. If it's one enemy especially, it becomes significantly harder for me to do it. If it's 2 enemies, I have a much easier time. It's just, it like just negates the damage it takes for a couple seconds. It's hilarious. Okay. Anyway. It's extremely weapon dependent, which does feel not great, but you know. Alright, so this is a new character I made. It's well, ignore the name, but it's a Guardian using Dominating Blow and Herald of Purity. And this is what I think is the best not only one of the best starter builds currently, one of the best boss killers, full stop, but also I guess one of the best summoners, if you can call it that. It's like not really a summoner, but kind of is a summoner. But yeah, it uses Dominating Blow and Herald of Purity, and what it basically does is when Herald of Purity says when you hit things or you hit uniques or rares and you kill things, you make sentinels, the purity sentinels. And then Dominating Blow says kind of the same thing when you kill things or things are killed after you've hit them. they make these other dudes that get, you know, reincarnated from corpses of things you've killed. So as long as you like melee splash, you know, an enemy, everything around it pretty much gets, you know, zooped behind you. But what this ends up being is like a wall of just a squadron of people that just follow you, and also leads to just insane single target DPS because they all kind of just like no clip through each other and just start, you know, slapping the shit out of things. So it's a very, very easy build to level on top of just being how strong it is. I pretty much just use, I think, what the fuck, I even use like the Molten Strike until 16, and then once you put on Herald of Purity, it's just, that's when the squad begins. You also use a Holy Relic, and then you can use a Guardian or a Golem, but like as you can see, once you kind of get going, it's like here's a rare, and you hit it a couple times, and then there's the squad, and then they're just going to take care of everything as you walk by. It's like very convenient. A little awkward for clear. It doesn't have the greatest clear, but it, you know, it's not bad, and it's, again, single target's just bananas. You'll see when we get to the boss. Now you can see how sometimes I have an ES buffer. That's because since we killed a rare, I consumed the rare and made it like almost like a little baby headhunter, so it has like an aura around it. So this happens for some rares where you kill them and they get zooped up and you steal their auras. Here's another rare for attack speed, so when we kill this one, you'll see what happens. And boom. Now we've got an attack speed boy with us. This is how old Dominate Blow kind of worked, where if you killed stuff, it would just, you know, you'd literally just take the mob itself, but now there's like a whole new system for it, where it kind of works like Breath Stealers, where it, you know, animates the aura, and then that's what's following you, so it works kind of in a similar fashion. But yeah, you can see how like they just go, you know, they really just go. And you spec into some duration nodes and some minion nodes to make it, you know, better. It's a very simple tanky tree. Actually, you can spec into glancing blows and get close to cap block with glancing blows, which is really nice. But I just have to kind of tap things and everything else dies. So it's nice because you can use things like Scourge Claw is one of the fan favorites, or just you know, any rare claw works too with the trigger setup. So here's like a little single target display. Granted, I'm leveling, but you'll see what it looks like when they all decide to converge, and he just like goes. That's it. So it's a very, very fast single target for very minimal effort, and leveling the gears could legit be all rare, but you can incorporate some tankier elements. Again, you can run Animate Guardians, you can run Jinx Juju. Here's another unique monster here. Once they decide to converge, that's just it. But yeah, the tree is really basic. I mean, you pick up, you know, a lot of the cool minion nodes, ones that also give duration or regen or safety measures for yourself. You don't have to pick up Spiritual Aid if you have Scourge, but I don't, so here I am. But you pick up the entire wheel, which is kind of rare that builds pick up the wheel, but it's really nice for this build. And you can go up through here and even get you don't really get Ravenous Horde because you get it for free because you're Guardian. Yeah, for Guardian it's really nice because you get the Onslaught for free, the more damage for free. Eventually you get the move and attack speed for free, which is like super nice, more Intimidate, Unnerve, that sort of stuff. You get Bastion Hope for safety, and then you get Harmony of Purpose for some free charges. So it ends up actually being quite tanky, and since you have charges on hit, you can invest into endurance charges, and I'm going to end up pathing all the way down to Call of Arms, probably, and maybe even a Balance Guard, just like build in a more tanky version. You end up with a very, very tanky build with like roughly 6-7k life, and you can run Vitality, Herald of Purity, Dread Banner. You could incorporate a bigger Herald of Purity link setup. I was going to use a pretty basic 4 to 5 link with like a helmet, maybe like an Elder Helmet for minion damage. And if you have the rings, it becomes a lot easier, but you don't even need that. Like, it's just really nice. And again, for uniques, you can use things like Jinx Juju, which I believe I do have on this league. I think. Yeah, Jinx Juju at 48. Lionized Remorse is a pretty solid shield to use, totally fine there. Yeah, the rest of the gear could just be pretty much rare. I'm actually going to use probably Stampedes, just so, I think this is faster than I move with the stuff. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if I move faster than 50 speed. I actually might move faster than 50 speed, because if it's nearby allies have that movement, and then you get Onslaught, I think that's still slower than me walking. I don't know, we'll find out. But yeah, you get the idea. The build is very comfy to level, so I'm going to be leveling this up just for fun on the side. I'm home today, or off I should say, from stream, because it's snowing. I had to go to the dentist earlier, so I'm just like kind of off today, and this is my little side project, and you'll see. And it might just jump to me being in Cruel Lab and then jump to being in Merc Lab, but you'll see the progression. So I'm like so confident with this build that I'm going to try Cruel Lab at level 45 and 10 levels under. That's how strong this shit feels while leveling, actually. So I'm just going to do Cruel Lab 10 levels under, and we'll see, you know, can Azara one-shot me? Yeah, probably, but we're just going to see what happens. One downside is the ramp up is a little bit sad, but once you get those first couple hits, you should be okay. Seems okay, honestly. Seems okay. Alright, he's got all 3 gargoyles, which is, it's something. Oh, that's a close lacerate. Holy shit, dicks. Okay. Well, that's... Now we know that it's just on the cusp of one-shotting me. Here we go, moment of truth. This lacerate can and will one-shot me if I let it, so... I play it safe, I guess. Okay, I dodged the lacerate. And... should be a good. Home free. Home free. Come on, boys. Slap them. There we go. Alright. Boom. Lacerate dodge. Cruel Lab completed. 55 zone. Level 45. This build is pretty fucking good. I'm going to pick up the increased attack, cast, and movement, including AoE and Nerve and Intimidate and Hit, just because it's just go faster, more snowball, makes leveling feel better. So I'm just, you know, to say I'm impressed with this build, its current iteration is an understatement. It's pretty fucking busted feeling for leveling, not gonna lie. I feel like some sort of god with my literal army of squad boys rolling behind me, so yeah, very fucking OP, bro. Very fucking OP. So 7 hours in that, so those 2 hours. That was an hour and 58 minutes for watching the YouTube video. So that's about 5 hours and 20 minutes to get to maps. It's not bad. Okay, that's that. Alright, so just to recap for those who weren't here earlier, playing Dominating Blow, and this character at level 28 it did Normal Lab, which is a 33 zone. Level 45 it did Cruel Lab, which is a 55 zone. At 57 it did Merc Lab, which is a 68 zone, and then at 70 it did Uber Lab, which is a 75 zone. So it could do that much content that under-leveled. It's just that easy with this build, so it's very fucking powerful. And what has he got? I mean, yeah, that's 6 for 6 as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, I don't want to buy this. I don't want to buy this because I don't need this. I can afford it. I'd rather save my coins. Like, Apprentice Merit is nothing for me. I really have no use for this, kind of. Yeah, I have no use for this. Yeah, I mean... Oh, God. The LMP took me from behind. Without the writhing, it's just pretty brutal to do Harvest. Harvest is the one thing that feels so sad. He doesn't survive very well. Spectres, they don't survive very well. What is my Holy Relic doing? What the fuck? He's going, baby. Another round. Another round. Flashing space. Stop burning me! I don't have another life flask. I gotta get a second life flask. Makes it so much easier. Captivating. What the fuck? Oh god, the clone. That's still happening. The fight's over though. So I took it's a good question. So I took the invasion one, exotic goods, just because I am curious what is on this table. Like what constitutes an additional valuable item. And so far the best thing I've received is 3 chance orbs. So I'm curious what is gonna like present itself in that pool. So more for curiosity than anything. I mean, I'll re-roll it later on, which is not a problem. But for now, it's just like, I'm just curious what the fuck's going to show up eventually. Nope. Oh, there's Obscurantis, though. Alright. We hit the table. That's something. Not what we need at all. But we did hit the table. Not what we need at all. Great looking helm, though. If you've never seen what Obscurantis looks like. Can I put it on? I don't have the decks, right? What? Oh my god. What do we have here? Well. You always hope that because it's the top left, you're like, oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Not the case. This is a easy reroll and a half, my friend. Oh no! Oh. Oh no! What do we have here? What do we have here? Ass Nest is great. Sure, you can pull out your ass. Go for it. Oh my god! Never in my fucking days have I seen that. It's a synthesized rustic sash that rolled global physical less than a normal rustic sash. That's not the perfect item. I don't know what is. Oh, it's got the fucking real synth mod, baby. It's got the real synth mod, baby. Ooh, there's the cat. There's the cat, though. I just saw that in the corner of my eye. Where are you, cat? Nakamamaru, Life Reborn. Click the cat. Be a big fucking push. Oh, he's invisible. It's happening. Cat's on the move. The actual mob type, though, of the yellow mobs are not nearly as terrifying as the other mob types. It's just the cat I worry about. Yeah, the blue ones are scary. Is this just like... Did they tame the fight or something? I don't know. Of course I got the fucking unique. Okay, sure. Whatever. Alright, you bunch of turds. Let's do a quick little overview of where my character's at. I'm going to talk about my general Atlas plan with echoes and shenanigans. So, I'm level 92, I guess and a half-ish, and Dominating Blue Guardian. You saw me briefly level him, talk about the process. It's been like the easiest, most like breeze thing ever. The gear I've been wearing, it's gotten a little bit better over time, but really it's not that, fantastic. Boots are nice. I got these really cool synthesized, implicit nonsense boots. But like, most of my rares are nothing to be scoffed at. My weapon is literally all it is the tier 0 attack speed from the essence, and then I just, mastercraft on minion damage. So gear's pretty meh, but it ends up with me being LOE cap, chaos cap, close to block cap, and yeah, I'm just like a tanky boy. I'm pretty tanky. So I did like Chimera, no problem. I did 5 of those. I'm doing this to hunt the Scourge. So it's similar to last league, how we were killing Minotaur 25 times to get Brass Dome. We're now doing this for Scourge off of Chimera. Now Scourge is a pretty solid weapon, a little bit slower than the one I'm using, but it gives me way more damage, and it also gives my minions more damage. And it makes it so when I start maps, it's a lot easier to get rolling. So pretty much every time I get a Chimera to drop, or any Shaper Guardian, I just toss a Horizon onto them until they become Chimeras and run them. Currency's looking like this. Not a whole lot going on. I've really been not touching the Valdos area, but let's just get into the nitty-gritty of what my Atlas setup is going to be and what's going on. So I've been going very casually. I've rerolled 3 times now. That's whatever. It doesn't matter how long you take until self-found, so it's fine. I'm just banging out the last of my Mavens. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm on the 10 phases, which is like the end of it. I'm about to do Cirrus, so I'm like getting towards the end of the initial setup for Atlas stuff, which is where I want to be. The zones I'm going to be focusing on, focusing is getting set up. That's just getting everything done. But the zones I'm focusing on after that is Lexajoris and Valdos Rest. And it's for 2 reasons. So reason number 1, we'll go over Lexajoris. Lexajoris, first off, Lexajoris sounds like a porn star's name, but that, whatever. 2 things it has. So it has one thing, which is this Piranhas thing. So it always spawns a Piranhas chest, and then there is a 20% chance Kadiro spawns. Now this is additive, so it compounds with, if I use any sort of Scarab type shit or use Zana type shit. So that 33% gets added to the 20%, and then becomes 53%. So you can toss on Scarabs. And where am I now? And add the chance up, and then when he does things, he gives you the rarest of 5 options. So this is like a lucky roll, basically what it means. This is how shops roll, which is like with smart loot, and it'll just pick 5 items, and whatever one is the quote unquote rarest, that's the one that's presented to you. So you don't get to see 5 things; it just does it behind the scenes, and then they cost less. So this is for finding Prism Guardian, Headhunter, just key uniques. That's what that's for. Other thing is pathological. I said it's on maps in the areas that have a chance to drop with Delirium on them. And what that means is it's not that the map itself has a chance to have Delirium. They drop maps that already have orbs on them. They look like this. So you can see this one has 40%, this one has 20%. I've got them up to 80%. Have not seen 100% yet. So this is just free Delirium orbed maps, and that's like as good as that gets, right? Also has an increased rate on precursory or precursory delusion to spawn bosses, drop splinters, and drop jewels. This is increased values, not more values, or not just base values. So if the chance to have it to spawn is 1, it goes from 1 to 2. It's not like it goes from 1% to a guaranteed 100%. So after that, I get Compulsive Hoarder, and this one is pretty neat also. This says Delirium encounters in areas of 15% chance to generate 3 additional reward types. So if I put 1 Delirium orb on a map and I run it, it'll have whatever the orb I put on it. Say it's jewelry, which is like a good example from like this one. It'll put like it'll have jewelry, and then it'll have whatever other random reward. And there's a 50% chance it just adds 3 categories, which is going to add each 3 reward types for every time you clear a layer. So this adds a ton of loot if it does trigger. And I plan on doing, 5-10 Delirious maps a day. This is actually a lot of loot. Eventually, once I feel like I have enough loot in general, in my gear and all that stuff, I then drop Compulsive Hoarder and pick up Escaped Experiment, which is a rogue metamorph, which is just free organs every single map, which is what I like. So that's cool. Second zone I'm focusing on is Valdo's Rest. Now this is a lot more of a targeted thing, and this is going to be like an end game more thing. So Valdo's Rest gives me Intrinsic Darkness, which is they have additional metamorph chance to spawn, and High Yield, meaning they drop double sample. So I get 2 organs off every metamorph I kill, and the bar fills easier, but that's whatever. Also just got Outbreak at the moment, just for some increased chance of blight encounters. You can swap things out, and I will. I just don't have any currency to do that. Eventually I'll get Repeat Experiment, which also gives me another organ, so I'm getting like at least, we'll say, 3 organs a map, no problem. But the big thing is Ominous Arrival and Diplomatic Escort. This makes it so, this is what we refer to as like the blue boys, like the sea of blue, like the squad comes in. This is where you get a whole chunk of your map, like my entire screen side full of Harbingers. And this nets you A, insane experience, and B, it's also really great for Ancient Orbs, of which I really haven't even target farmed them. I already have 11, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's for doing nothing, that's a good amount. You get about, we'll say 0.5 to, on like white maps, we'll say to 0.8, and then you're going up, it kind of scales 0.2 per each, so you can get like a half an Ancient Orb no problem on a red map, meaning you're getting, we'll say 10 Ancient Orbs an hour, without much difficulty if you're just zooming through red maps, and that equals, 400 or 500 a week, no problem, if you're like banging out maps. And that's just a guaranteed headhunter, pretty much. That's the plan. So basically, it's just do a bunch of Valdos maps, get a bunch of Ancient Orbs, and after finish my Atlas, I'm just going to focus that, like only do Valdo maps for like a week straight. Get a Headhunter, and if you're asking how do you get a Headhunter with Ancient Orbs and Nemesis isn't on, well, Harvest has infused Nemesis, so great zone like Haywork, which currently is bugged out. It doesn't really work the way you want it to. Once they fix this, and it actually works, that'd be great. When you do find Harvest, I eventually will find the Nemesis thing, and I just save that and I use it for Headhunter attempts. You can also do Lex Proxima for more harvesty stuff if you want. So yeah, focusing Lexajoris and Valdo's Rest until I have my Headhunter, which should be like a week and a half, and I got all the loot I need, which really is just Prism Guardian. And I'd like to swap this build to a low life version and bring him to like, we'll say 97 or 98 probably, just casually, and be a lot nicer overall. I did find a couple cool things. I have a 21-23 Valspark, which is great for low life aura stacking builds. Winter Orb, which is legally that's a meme. I did find Fire and Brimstone, so I do have a Black Gleam set up, and I don't quite have enough, let me see, Porcupine cards. When I do get Porcupine cards, I'll have my 6-link Shortbow. I'm going to roll Paragons on it, which is the +1 gems roll. It's about a 1 in 40 chance, not 1 in 40, sorry, 1 in, I think it's 72. Okay, Shield Slappers. 1 in 70 something chance to hit Paragons, and then I'm going to fracture it, attempt to fracture it. 1 in 3 prefixes, attempt to fracture it, and if I can fracture it and lock it in, thank you, Shield Slappers. And then just toss on an Essence of Woe, Deafening Essence of Woe, add a big chunk of spell damage, and there's my weapon completed for like Bowcaster Blade Vortex shenanigans. Because I do want to get an Occultist to probably Occultist 100 this league, waiting on Headhunter, waiting on either double Void Batteries or going the Bow route, and I want to do Blade Vortex. But I haven't gotten a 21-23 Val Blade Vortex yet. Not really waiting on that, but I'd like to see that maybe before the process. I think I might want to get a pair of Death's Doors, which I would just be able to do, if I do these 5, pretty good chance of Death's Doors and like a couple of these. But yeah, so that's my general direction. I'm going to finish up the Atlas. Not really sure what I'm going to favorite, most likely just the best map in each territory, and focus on Parandus and then Delirium maps just for generic loot. Then focus on Valdo's Rest for not only just high yield and metamorph organs, which will hopefully get a unique to this league, and then just experience grinding from Diplomatic Escort and Ancient Orbs, which will net me a Headhunter. And I've previously we did like 100 and something last league in Ancient Orbs. No Headhunter there, so we're going to do it again and hopefully hit it. I feel like it's due. I mean, I've gotten insane luck, and I'm going to be using Badge of the Brotherhood on my upcoming build, my upcoming occultist build with void batteries and blade, all that shit, and it'd be cool stuff. But until I still want to get a headhunter, it's just huge for stats alone. I mean, fuck the effect. Having a build that has like 60 strength and dex on a witch is like the nut. Only other thing really to discuss, I guess, is heists, which is what it is. We do have a couple, where are they? 2 replicas here, 75, 77, and 1 replica there, 82. 3-wing, 3-wing, 3-wing. I do have a split beast, which is cool. So I can split a 4-wing replica if I get one. It's still probably the best thing to split. I haven't received a 4-wing replica yet, and I'm just going to run the 3 wings as they are. But when I do receive one, I can do a split on it. And all the split does now is just copy the base. It doesn't copy the rooms or the unlocks or anything like that. But I still get a free, 4-wing replica Grand Heist, which is fine. And I have like 48,000 rogue markers, so I've got a good amount to run everything. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at now. That's my plan, my Atlas. That's everything. We did get a new unique this week, which is always so exciting in Survivor's Guilt. New ritual unique. We have 2 out of 5 now, so we still have a couple more to go. And I'm feeling great about getting like a ritual unique a week. If I can keep that pace up, that'll be like fucking fantastic. They are a lot more common this league than other uniques like last league. Hello, friend. Coming to say hi. Oh, hang it. Oh, okay. Every other female in my life, they've abandoned me. What's your deal, buddy? You seem dark and stormy. Sneaks. His name is Sneaks, and he's sneaking around. I'll sneak with you. I'll sneak this way, you sneak that way. Either way, guys, I'm Matt Lighty. This has been episode 90. Whoa, Sneak Evolved. And I'll see you guys next episode. See you guys on stream. Hope you enjoyed the episode and the progress and the updates on my general plan and direction. And I cannot recommend this build enough. Dominating Blow is absolutely disgusting. I've been preaching it, for like a month leading up to this league. But it is exceeded my expectations. So I will see you guys on the stream, and I'll see you guys around for the hopeful occultist Badge of the Brotherhood Void Battery shenanigans and Headhunter in like a couple weeks from now. Living life to the fullest. I'm Matt Lighty, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Okay. There is a Fairy King next to me. Try to communicate. Hello, Fairy King. I seek passage. We'll find out. Allowed to move? Dear King. No, he turned his back. Sir? Sir? Seek passage into maps. Please. Please. He's ignoring me. He's straight up ignoring me. I'll have to consult him with him directly. I seek passage into maps. Get him. Thank you, kind king. I've been given the king's blessing. I may proceed. I may proceed. Kill in my name. Devour all. Yes, sir. I will. I will. I will, Lord. I will. I will, Lord. I'm coming. I'm coming, guys. Let's go.